What's good, homies? It's your man, Dr. B.O.A. Welcome to another episode of the High Altitude Show. I'm your host with the most, often imitated, never duplicated, Dr. B.O.A., a.k.a. Book of AlphaRonomy, here in the Alphasphere. Once again, to put the prism of the ism in. Now, I've been talking about this for a minute, man. When the man jumped off the porch, the first thing he said about the woman is, I just like the way she danced. So he had the mindset of a trick at the shake joint, watching the dancing girls. And his mindset was the same mindset of the guys who go in and say, baby, you ain't got to do this no more. You ain't got to be in here. You come on out of here. You ain't got to dance like this no more, baby. I'll take care of you. I love you, baby, my pretty little baby. That's what it is. So he started off the relationship like a trick. And he started off the relationship as a paymaster. Fast forward to February 2024. Y'all can't hear me, man? Man, who said no sound? Man, I don't know. If you can't hear me, bro, it must be your end. Man, y'all put a one in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear, because I've been going ham, man. Ain't nobody saying nothing but you, dog. You got to refresh your joint, Mr. J. You got to refresh your joint. Refresh it and go out and come back in, bro. I do want to address it if somebody said they can't hear. So now what we gonna talk about, we gonna address where he is now. $25 million home he bought in Denver 2 years ago because he signed a $249 million contract. Total 249, roughly on base $245 million contract. Now you think about Uncle Sam taking half of that. That drops it down to what, 122.5 million, somewhere around there. You can't afford a $25 million home. Oprah Winfrey is worth $3 billion, and she has a $50 million home. Jay is a billionaire. I don't think he and Beyonce's home cost $50 billion. Bill Gates is worth tens of billions. Spent $9 million on a vacation home in Florida. Russell can't afford a $25 million home when that is his total salary over his contract. We're talking about a 7-year contract. They extended him when he got there. So we're talking over that period of time, you can't afford a $25 million home. But when you got a woman that you paid for and you already had the $5 million home, the next move up is to impress her and get the biggest home. You're a football player, dog. If the owner of the team don't have the most expensive house in the damn state, how in the city, how are you going to have it and you just a football player, man? We ain't talking about LeBron billionaire James. We're talking about this guy. So when you put yourself in a situation with a woman where you buy her to get her, you got to keep increasing the price. You know what I'm saying? Like Fat Joe says, yesterday's price is not today's price. So let's get into this thing, man. We're going to take a dive in it. Listen, if you want to be a part of this live chat for this show, man, go ahead to the main channel page. Next to the subscribe button, you'll see a join button. Next to that join button, well, click that join button. Ain't nothing next to the join button. Click that join button. Go into the kiosk, man. Become a member and come on back because we about to go incognito in 3, 2, and 1. And there we go. GLG, I appreciate y'all being in the building, man. All the brothers who are members of the GLG. We got my brother DJ Fresh in the building. We got a banger coming for y'all, man. I know we got one coming. Bama boy, I see you in the building, man. G Brown, what's good, man? What's good? XL Pro, salute. I saw CDC in here early, man. CDC, what's good with you, man? Charles D. Curry, been a minute, bro. G Brown, man, salute. Cashin, saw you in here too. Wouldn't you like to know? What's good, bro? What's good? Good to see you in the joint. The Mr. J, salute. JK all day. The Rain Carrot Show is in the building with us, man. B. Hayes is on deck. Keep tapping. What up, KT? Good to see you in the joint as well, man. Xavier Bright, what up, Zay? Fixed in Crypto, what's good? Young homie Markel, man, good to see you, man, good to see you. Didn't catch you on the King Ray joint today, man, but I know you must have something going on. Alex Jackson, what up, AJ? Good to see you in the joint, man. Top notch. DB, Daniel Brown on deck. Salute. QD, what up, Q? Good man, it's been a minute, man. Seen you in a minute, man. Q Quentin Dixon on deck, man. MPI, my brother, what's good with you, man? Good to see the brothers in the building, man. Got a few brothers in here. Mello, what's good, man? What's good? The Swarthy Wizard. What up, Kinfolk? Good to see you in the joint as well, man. All right, let's get ready to do that. Charles Lee, what up, Chuck? Good to see you too, man. Got the brothers in here, man. They slid through the night. Primal, what up, Prime? Good to see you in the joint, man. I think that might have us watched right there, man. We may be good right there. Kyle Morton, what up, Kyle? Good to see you, man. Top notch, that good homie right there, good young brother right there. AJ Shaka, what up, Shock? Make sure we ain't skipping none of the GLG up in the joint, man. Hey, Jay, the Illuminator one. Salute to you, man. That might be everybody right there, man. Let's slide on back down to the bottom right here. Let's get it in, man. Let's get it in. Let's get it in like Flynn. Dickie fashion. What up, man? All right, man. So the first thing we're going to look at, just so you won't think I'm just in here running my trap, doing all that, man, we're going to look at the news reporting that he's selling the $25 million house, which oddly has 4 bedrooms but 12 bathrooms. Huge compound, but only 4 bedrooms. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't get that one right there. Zai, salute, man. Salute. Zay, salute. Appreciate the 2 bone, man. Blessed to the Doc and Alpha Sphere. Salute to you, man. Salute. So let's check this out right here, man.
Need 12 new bathrooms in their new home. May we introduce you to Mr. Russell Wilson? You guys might be able to make some sort of deal going on here. A new report says Wilson is accepting offers for his home in Cherry Hills. Russ and Sierra paid about $25 million for it.
Okay.
Didn't exactly work out, though. It comes with a pool, 4 bedrooms, and yes, 12 bathrooms. Not sure why you need all that, but...
What's the proportion there between the 4? Okay.
I don't know.
I have questions.
I don't know.
Anyway.
But it is an insanely beautiful home. There's pictures online of it. Just hasn't been very lucky for the Broncos quarterback because his future in the league kind of uncertain, but likely doesn't involve the city of Denver, so... Here's a $25 million home with 12 bathrooms.
Remember when he bought it, made headlines, and then, okay.
Look at that house, though.
It's stunning.
That's a compound.
Yeah, stunning.
Ooh.
Yeah, somebody very, very lucky will be moving in there.
And very, very wealthy. Enjoy.
Just that detail.
Now, I want y'all to understand something. That is just a flex. It's a full flex, but here's the thing about that type of flex. You come and make a splash in the city like that, you better get on that field and ball out. Unfortunately for Russ, he ain't been balling out. Even when they win, he's been kind of mediocre. He's been middling. Like, he's not, I tell you what, his play hasn't been worth the contract they gave him. So why did he get benched? They came to him earlier in the year and they asked him, hey man, he has an injury clause in his contract that'll pay him some millions in 2025. In the beginning of 2025, they asked him to push it back to August 2025, which is, after the season, when the season gets ready to start. He wouldn't do it. They told him if he didn't do it, he was going to be benched for the rest of the year. Now, you may say, well, man, he shouldn't have did that. They gave him the contract. Yeah. And you know what they realized? They realized they overpaid. But when Sean Payton first came, he said, listen, I need my quarterback to focus on being a quarterback and not being some type of social media darling, not being all online, worrying about his TikTok and all that. See, let me tell you something, brothers, and I want y'all to understand this. And this isn't the woman's fault. A woman will do what you allow her to do. And just as being, just being someone who already has a career, if you give her access to what you have, she's going to use it to benefit her career. And even if it sacrifices your career, she doesn't care because in her mind, you're her husband. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to give her what she wants and give her what she needs. You're supposed to give her access to the money. You're supposed to let her convince you to spend $25 million on a home. Man, that's about the dumbest purchase he could have made. Because here's the thing about it. You bought a $25 million home because you got hit with $245 million. Nobody else around there is going to get hit with that at one time who's dumb enough to spend 25 million on that. And everybody else who has the money to spend 25 million on a house isn't going to spend 25 million on that house. That's why it was empty when you got there. Because no one in Denver wants that house for $25 million. So what he's going to end up doing, he's either going to be stuck with it or he's going to take a loss on it. Because here's the deal. He didn't produce in Denver. So there's not some billionaire or multimillionaire who's going to come say, boy, you've been good to us over here now, Russ. We're going to go ahead and take this. We're going to take this big old pretty house right on off your hand now, Russ. We're going to take it right on off your hands. Ain't nobody going to tell him that. That broad and got him stuck with a $25 million house. And let's be honest, Sierra can't afford a $25 million home. She can't afford it, man. At no point in her career could she afford a $25 million home. And also, Russ can't afford it either. You dig? Russ can't afford it either. And it's a tough place to be in, man. So what we're going to look at next as we slide on through this, we're kind of taking a trip down. We're going to show where he is now, and then we're going to reel it back, and we're going to show what got him here. And all he did was let a woman come into his life, and he lost focus on his career and started focusing on her. And also, he took a lot of his energy for football and applied it to being a stepdad. And I'm going to be honest with you, brothers. You ain't got time. You don't have enough energy. It takes a lot of your masculine energy to be a father, especially to try to be a father to a child you're not connected with, because there's just no spiritual connection. It is all you, just energy doing it. And it just, long term, it never works out. It never works out. Like you can be a regular dude. You can be a regular dude stepdad, but you can't be a professional athlete, a famous rich stepdad. You just can't do it. It's not going to work. It's going to take away from your career. Now, according to the most recent information I've seen, that house is more than Sierra's net worth. So here's what I want you to understand. People say Sierra got her own money. Yeah, she got a little bit of money. She good. She got a $20 million net worth. That is a phenomenal net worth. You know what I'm saying? Her net worth higher than mine. That's a phenomenal net worth. But she can't afford a $25 million house. That's her entire net worth, not what she has to spend on a home. That's everything that she is worth. He spent that plus $5 million on a home for her. Because here's what you have to do. If a woman can afford her own $2 million home, she ain't impressed by one. And if you start a relationship impressing a woman, you got to keep impressing her. So let's get here, man. Let's get into this. Now this is what he said after he got benched.
Meant the world to me because I give my all every day. I don't know anything less. And so I'm grateful for these guys because they've worked their butts off, and for them to have my back, Jerry, it means the world to me how much he's worked at his craft every day. Kendall, KJ, Tim Patrick, Cortland, other guys, and all I want to do is help this team win and us find a way to do it. And I know we're going to overcome all those obstacles. And I'm not going to blink because I know who I am. I know the dedication I have to this game and how much it means to me. It's meant the world to me since I was yay high. When I was throwing my dad's football when he played for the Chargers, and he had a painted up football when I was in the family room breaking glass and all that, and throwing the ball to my brother. The game means just as much as it did back then, and it means just as much now, if not more.
Now, the reason he's saying this is because once he got benched, a few of his teammates came out, and vouched for him that, Russ is our guy. But that's just because they have a bond with him. Like when he came there as their leader, and they bonded with him. And some of those guys knew him already in the league. And so, Russ is a good dude, man, but that's his problem. He's a nice guy. But those guys who play with him, they don't make the decision about who's playing on the team. And let me tell y'all something, man. When have you ever known a quarterback who made that kind of money to get benched in his first 2 seasons with the team. Jamarcus Russell didn't even get, man, Jamarcus Russell had all types of things going on. Like he literally was trash. And he had a leash about as long as this. Think about it, man. Think about how trash Jimmy Garoppolo was with the 49ers. He was absolute trash, but they stuck with him. They didn't force him out of his money. Why? Because they didn't feel like they overpaid him. They overpaid for Russell. Why? Because of what he did in Seattle as a low-level game manager with one of the most incredible defenses that's played in this league in 20 years, and also with beast mode in the backfield. So much so they would have had 2 Super Bowls in a row if they had just handed the ball off to beast mode. Beast mode was going to get you a yard. I don't care who you are. They wasn't going to stop. Beast mode was not going to let them stop him from getting a yard. So we're talking about a guy who never was that good. Once that defense was gone, Seattle was middle of the pack. Now you can say, well, the defense left. Mr. Tom Brady left the Patriots, went right over to the Buccaneers and won the Super Bowl his first year there. You see what I mean? Peyton Manning came and won with Denver, couldn't even throw the ball. Shoulder was gone, couldn't even throw the ball. So it's about a winning culture. You have to affect winning in order to be a winner. Like, if not, you're just on a winning team. In order to be a winning leader, you have to affect winning in a primary way, from a primary position. And he just never did that. But they came in, they signed him to the money. Some kind of way, they were convinced that he was going to be their guy. And I'm going to be honest with you, I was not surprised that Russell Wilson was middle of the pack, because he was not focusing on the game. He was focusing on his broad. He was focusing on Sierra. He was focusing on her twerking in videos and doing. What other top tier quarterback have you seen doing the things on social media that Russell does with Sierra while he's still at the peak of his game? No one plays those games. Man, you don't see LeBron and Savannah all over social media, man, acting nuts like that. If you see LeBron doing something, it may be something quick. When you see him and his old lady, man, they posted up somewhere, man, dressed up, they looking good, or they traveling. Man, you don't see his old lady doing that like that. If you have a wife who twerks in public, you do not have a wife. You have a woman who is going to drain your energy because all she wants is to sustain her career. And she's going to milk your pockets to do that. So let's get into it, man. Now we're going to listen to Sean Payton not really say he's gone, but not really say he's staying, because it's right after the season and they have not assessed anything yet. But Russell Wilson, he put his house on the market. You know what it means when you put your house on the market? You gone. And they may keep him, but he's going to have to take a serious pay cut, and he's going to be a backup. And here's the thing. I do believe there are teams that would take a chance on him. I do believe there are teams he would fit. I think he would be a perfect fit with the Pittsburgh Steelers, because the way Mike Tomlin coaches, he only needs a high-level game manager. And I do believe Russell can be a high-level game manager. He just can't carry a team. So I would like to see him with the Steelers, man. Y'all put in the comments, man. Y'all put in the chat, a team that y'all think Russ may fit in. Because I do believe that Russ is good enough to play on a contending team. He's not going to be a Tom Brady for you. He's not going to be a Patrick Mahomes for you. He's not going to be a Lamar Jackson for you. He's not going to be a C.J. Stroud for you. He's not even going to be a Tua Tagovailoa for you. He's not going to be a Jalen Hurts for you. He's not going to be any of those guys. But if you put him on a team that's well constructed and well coached, I do believe that he can help them get over the hump. I do believe he can. So let's get into it, man. Let's listen to what Sean Payton had to say, man.
Sean, Harvey Gabriel from the Denver Post. What do you anticipate the next steps with Russell looking like going forward?
Look, I think that when we get back and we begin this process of looking at a roster, where we select, there's so many things that go into a decision specific to the quarterback, which is significant, obviously. So it's too early at all. I spent half an hour with Russ yesterday, and I told him, I said, look, I don't think it's going to be a long, drawn-out process, but it hasn't been decided relative to what our plans are. And but as soon as we know something that certainly, he would be the first to know.
Man, what $245 million quarterback doesn't know if the team wants to keep him after, how bad you have to suck for the team to feel this way after 2 years? The team pays you $245 million. You are so bad. Now think about it. Sean Payton wasn't the coach when he got there. Sean Payton, this was his first year coaching. So Russell's second year in Denver was Sean Payton's first year coaching. You mean to tell me that organization has seen enough of their $245 million quarterback where they're willing to just bite whatever salary cap bullet they got to bite and move on away from him? Because I think they did get a first round draft pick, a high draft pick. So they could go quarterback. Like, they could literally go quarterback. I don't think it's a strong quarterback class this year, but they feel like they got the chance to do better than Russ. Now I see some answers in here. Somebody said the Jets got Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Rodgers, man, he got hurt this year, so it's kind of iffy when those older quarterbacks get hurt, because maybe they just can't get healthy anymore after that. But we'll see. I do believe he'd be a great backup for Aaron Rodgers, though, just in case Aaron Rodgers goes down. I don't think you put him in front of Aaron Rodgers. The Washington Commanders, I think that would be an interesting fit. The Giants also, I think the Giants would be an interesting fit. If I was the Cleveland Browns, I'd stick with Deshaun Watson, man. Give him a full training camp to get situated. I'd stick with Deshaun Watson if I was Cleveland, though. I'd really just try to give him a chance. Somebody said, man, don't let him come to the 49ers. Yeah, real talk, man, real talk. He's if you're gonna send him to the 49ers, you might well give Brock another run. Go ahead and give Brock Purdy another run, man. The Patriots, I really don't even know about the Patriots because Bill is gone. Without Belichick, I don't know what you have with the Patriots. And I'm gonna be honest with you, he's better than Matt Jones. I can tell you that. And I don't even think Russ would want to go to the Patriots, though. A team that's in rebuild mode like that after being bad for a few years. I don't know, man. There's a couple of interesting teams out there, man. I think should give him a look. But the Steelers, for sure. I think Mike Tomlin could coach him up. I think Mike Tomlin will resonate with him. I think Mike Tomlin, I would like to see that, man. I'd like to see him give him a run. All right, man. So the next thing we're going to watch, we're going to see. Now, I want you to listen to Sean Payton. Sean Payton simply told this $245 million quarterback after 1 year coaching him, I don't know if I still want you. Because you know what Sean Payton told him when he first got there? I want my quarterback to stay off social media. I want my quarterback to get his head in the game. I want my quarterback to get in there and work out. I want my quarterback to come back as the best version of himself. You know what Russ did? Still traipsing around on social media with his broad, man, hanging out, having fun, doing little silly pranks and all of that, watching this old lady twerk online. Man, I'm telling you, brothers, if you are a professional athlete and your woman wasn't with you from day one before you got on, she's going to leave your ass when you're done playing. Any professional athlete, I'm telling you right now, any of you guys aspiring to be professional athletes, if the woman that's with you wasn't with you in the gutter before you got on, she is not going to stay when you're done playing. She's just not. Look down the list of them. She's not going to stay when you're done playing. You might as well chalk it up. So you might well take the one that's with you and take her on to the finish line with you, man. You might as well, because she the only one going to stay with you. You look, and I'm not, of course, this isn't an exact science. You may be able to find one or two outliers, but this is the rule, not the exception, brothers. I can tell you that. So now we're going to watch him. This is the type of thing that Sean Payton is talking about. Him playing on the wall, acting silly, doing little silly kid-like type of pranks. Dog, you are a professional quarterback. You are a Super Bowl winning quarterback. For all intents and purposes, brother, you are a superstar quarterback in the NFL. And this is the type of shit you doing? Watch this, man.
I don't love her, and I don't need her. I like to fuck her. That pussy good though, but I don't eat her. Never. She's my baby. She my baby though. We get litty.
Now, somebody may say, that's just a man having fun with his wife. But that's something that a dude that we don't know is supposed to have. That's some Kevin Federline, Britney Spears type of fun. That's not Russell Wilson, Sierra type. You the money man. This is not what you do. You can't do this. This is not LeBron, Sierra type of fun. This is not J and B type of fun. This ain't that type of fun. This man represents an organization. He's the face of a franchise. You got to carry yourself like a pillar of the community, man, if that's the position you want. Doing this old goofball shit right here, boy, this ain't going to get you where you need to be. But this is what Sean Payton was talking about when he said, listen, I want my quarterback to focus on being the quarterback of the Denver Broncos. I want my quarterback to not be on social media doing silly shit like this. I want my quarterback, while you're doing this, you could have been watching film. You could have been throwing some balls. See, what guys don't understand is these quarterbacks, these coaches, and these organizations, they want these quarterbacks to have that Mamba mentality that Kobe had. They want them to have the work ethic that LeBron has. They want them to have the focus and drive that Jordan had. They want them to have the focus to detail, the attention to detail that Brady had. Why Brady was able to win all those championships and then win one in Tampa Bay as well, just to prove that, it wasn't the coach. It was me, because I can go somewhere else and win, and the coach can't do nothing without me. That's what they want when they pay you $245 million, man. This what they want you to do. They want you to not be traipsing around with your wife. Let her stay at home and do what she gonna do, and you get over here and prioritize this team. For $245 million, the Denver Broncos is your wife. Sierra is your concubine. What I tell you all the time, your life is your wife. He let his wife have more value. How you gonna let your wife that's worth $20 million have more value than your team that just paid you $245 million? Where we do that at? Hey, man, listen. I am kind of a math whiz, but, man, listen, even if you're not a math whiz, 20 million, 245 million. You tell me which one is most. If I got two checks and I say you put your name on either one of these checks you want to put it on, I got a $20 million check right here and I got a $245 million check over here. Which one you want? Ain't nobody on earth choosing the $20 million. Nobody on earth. I'm going to leave out. If I give 1 million people that opportunity, I'm going home with that $20 million check, because nobody's going to pick it. Man, you can't prioritize your wife, man, over a career that's paying you like that. Because the thing is, you can hold on to that career and build who you are. You've been working on that career your whole life, man. You had this broad for a few years, bruh. You can't let somebody come in for a few years and then have more importance than what you've been building your whole life. You just talked about how you were with your dad and you loved the game ever since you was a little boy, 8, 9 years old, throwing the ball in the den of the house, knocking stuff over, breaking glass, throwing the ball with your dad when your dad was playing for the Chargers. Man, it's in your blood, and you let some woman come, dog, and pull you away from your focus. Russell Wilson is the prototypical example of the simp I tell you guys to never be. He's the prototypical example of the beta male provider that I tell you guys to never be. He's the prototypical example of the do boy that I tell you not to be. You lose everything because you think as a man that your focus is supposed to be on the woman. No, she's a helpmeet. Her focus is supposed to be on you. Man, listen, if nothing else, she's supposed to be like, nah, babe, I'm good. I'll do this by myself. You ain't got to come around. I'll do this by myself. I'm about to go over here. You go to work. I mean, you look at some film. Okay, I'm going to take the babies over here. Don't worry about it. You need some peace and quiet? Okay, me and the baby's going to my mama house. Me and the baby's going to your mama house. Me and the baby going in the basement. Me and the baby's going in the yard. You focus on what you're getting, because as a woman, she knows you're the breadwinner. Unless you get that independent-minded woman. I want you to go listen to some of Sierra's earlier songs. So even now, since she's been married, she's made a song like some independent woman anthem. This fool still trying to hold on to a woman who's making an independent woman anthem? Bruh, you got an independent woman, you married a single woman. Come on, bruh. That's what she's supposed to be. She's supposed to be your number one cheerleader. She's supposed to be your number one. Man, listen, she should have been all about Denver Broncos. Her career should have been over. She should just drop the song every now and then. You worth $20 million. This man got $45 million contract. You need to take your little $20 million ass and do whatever that man need to do to help him get around. You need to be making sure his meals prepared. You need to make sure it's quiet at the house. You need to make sure when he got a game that you keep your little hot body to yourself. You need to be doing everything in your power to make sure the man keep getting the bag. But this is what happens when a woman only wants you for the bag. When a woman only wants you for the bag, her sole purpose is to secure the bag. So all these babies back to back to back, she's secured with the bag. Every time one get a little bit older, he drop another one in her. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not saying I want the woman to leave him. I just know she is. I hope I'm wrong. I hope when all is said and done that the woman truly wants to be with the man. I hope for all hope's sake that I'm wrong. But when it comes to shit like this, I'm normally right. You dig what I'm saying? I'm normally right when it comes to things like this, man. So now we're going to look at his two former teammates, Beast Mode and Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman was, one of the captains of that Legion of Boom defense, and Marshawn Lynch, Beast Mode, was that running back who had one of the best runs you ever seen in your life and who they didn't hand the ball off to at the 1 yard line when Russ threw an interception at the goal line. After that, there's no way I would have paid him $245 million. Man, listen, there's no way I'm throwing an interception right there. I'm throwing that thing out the back of the end zone. I'd rather lose the down than to throw a pick off at the goal line in that situation. So let's get into it, man.
Man, I want to reach out to dog, bro, because
They'll reach out to it.
You know it
His
ain't
manager.
that. You know it ain't. Man, come
His
on,
manager.
nigga. If I can't call you direct, nigga, then I ain't calling you. Especially, nigga, if I done went to war with you.
Now I want y'all to think about this, man. These guys carried him to a Super Bowl, won him a Super Bowl, would have won him another one. Now the guy who's saying, who's talking, with the hat on, that's Beast Mode. The other guy on the left side, that's Richard Sherman. I want you to think about, they carried him. They can't even call him. They got to call him through a manager, like they're trying to book him for a show or something. Like, what kind of diva prima donna is this guy? Like, your teammates, you would be no one. You would not even, there's no way you would have got a $245 million contract without that Super Bowl that those guys led you to and won for you. There's no way you would have gotten that contract without going to that second Super Bowl that those guys led you to and almost won for you. There's no way you would have gotten it. But these guys have to call your manager to talk to you. Now, you may say, well, they just bitter teammates because he left. Okay, they were with him with Seattle. Watch his Denver Broncos teammates ignore his ass while he's in the tunnel after a loss, trying to dap people up after. Who the hell daps people up after a loss? Man, you're either supposed to be upset, mad, angry, sad, crying. You're supposed to be doing something, but not this. Peep game. I want y'all to just look at it. They're not even dapping him, man. Guys just walking by him. Like, guys moving their hand out of the way. Every now and then a guy come by and dap him. Everybody else, man, ain't nobody trying. They looking at him like he crazy, man. Nobody trying to dap him up. You know why? Because when he got there, they realized, oh, this guy's washed. But they know he's washed because he doesn't work hard
It was a good
enough.
game. What you think of your boy
game, though?
Right now? Because he on a struggle bus.
Man, I want to reach out to dog, bro, because
They'll reach out to it.
You know it
His
ain't
manager.
that. You know it ain't. Man, come
His
on,
manager.
nigga. If I can't call you direct, then I ain't calling you. Especially, nigga, if I done went to war with you.
Right.
But I do, man, because you feel me, the backlash that bro just got, like, and I know he one of them heady guys, bro. Is more so like I just want to tap in with him, make sure that you feel me though, that dog solid though, because man, at the end of the day, like, I mean, I understand what this football shit is, but you feel me? I want to make sure dog's straight in his mind though, and don't let that shit overshadow, like, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, bro, you still a Super Bowl quarterback. You feel me? You know, you got a beautiful family, all the shit, but you know, motherfuckers been going off the deep end with how they been thinking. And nigga, that's the last thing I would want, you feel me, on dog plate because he lost a couple games.
Well, Sean, when they give you 245, they
Yeah,
gonna
I mean, you
expect a
gotta,
little,
yeah, yeah,
Real
you gotta
talk.
do that. I'm not gonna, you feel me? You know, Sean ain't gonna sugarcoat shit. You gotta do that. You gotta do that for the mob, though. Hey,
Look at here, man. When they give you 245, they expect you to come in on fire. You can't be a mediocre, middling, $245 million quarterback, bro. You just can't do it. They gave you that money because they believed you had the work ethic of a champion. They believe you had the focus of a champion. And so when you have the focus of a champion and a team says, okay, you already have the focus of a champion, now we're going to give you the crown prize. We're going to give you this 240. We're going to give you this $250 million contract. We're going to extend you for $250 million just so you don't have to even worry about your career or no money. Boy, let me tell you something. When they extend you like that and you still trash, you are not focused. Russ is good enough, bro, to be better than he's been. But he has an energy drain. Like Sierra is an energy vampire in that man's life. Like he is just he's not the same guy. He doesn't even want to be a football player anymore. He wants to be whatever she wants him to be. That's what she wants. And he's going right along with it.
Oh, bro, like the way that things ended there, like, you feel me? Like, damn, I know for a fact, like, I don't know. I know it's a lot of Seahawk individuals. Like, man, I don't want to see, I don't want to see this dude, you feel me, though, succeed in Seattle. Like, they didn't want to see that. Cause it's like, you know what I mean? We was a team.
right?
And the way that it was portrayed was as if it wasn't. So you feel me, by him, you know, being in that situation, not succeeding there and then leaving Seattle, because I ain't gonna lie, I really thought that dog was gonna retire a Seahawk. Like, that was the only way.
He couldn't, Sean. He couldn't. He was in the shadow. He was in the shadow. They said it was Sean. They said it was the Legion of Boom. He said he got to do it by himself.
Hey man, that bro, you gotta take that on the chin, because they gonna say a lot of shit, and they saying what they saying about you right now, but
right.
You know what I mean? But that's why I said I want to reach out to him, because I mean, you know how I feel. It's like right now they looking at him as a black sheep. And look though, if it's anybody who knows something about that with being in the league, bro, is me. You know what I mean? Now that he ain't in no Seahawk uniform, like, I'm pulling for him.
Yeah, you got to think about this. Yeah, not Deshaun, but Marshawn Lynch, he knows how it is to be the black sheep, but Marshawn Lynch was a beast. That's why we call him beast mode. Like he didn't never not show up. Like he didn't never show up not ready to play. Like he didn't ever show up not ready to run somebody over, not ready to do his job. Russ showed up not ready to do his job. And he didn't understand that if you're going to say, okay, I can do this by myself, I don't need the Legion of Boom, I don't need beast mode, boy, you got to have laser focus. That's what I want you men to understand. Always keep laser focus. Anything or anyone who pulls you away from the laser focus you need to succeed or whatever it is you're trying to succeed at, you got to eliminate that person. That is an enemy of your success. It don't matter if it's your wife. It don't matter if it's your child. It don't matter if it's your mama. It don't matter if it's your dad. It don't matter if it's your homies. It don't matter if it's your brothers, your sisters. It don't matter who it is. It don't matter if it's your coach. Sometimes you got to lead a team. Sometimes you got to lead a state. You got to go where you have to go in order to be able to focus on achieving your goals to where you need to, man. Because listen, for all the focus in the world that you can have, there's somebody else that's just as focused that's not going to make it. So you can't afford to not be focused, because there's somebody else who is as focused as you who already did make it. But everybody who did make it had that same focus. So you don't know if focus is going to be enough. You don't know if determination is going to be enough. You don't know if drive is going to be enough. But I tell you what's going to sink you, having a woman around you, man, that don't want to see you win because she want to see herself win. But she don't want to see herself win with you. She want to see herself win doing her own shit. That's why I'm telling you, man, my woman, she work for me. She don't do nothing else. Her job is for me. You understand? That's her job. She good with that. I'm good with that. That's just how it's got to be. So, all right, so now we're going to look at we're going to look at some of these clips of Sierra acting like a single woman. And for all the people that say, well, she's an entertainer. Yeah, that's the same thing y'all said about Alicia Keys. Like she got to let Usher grind on her butt for them to do that song. Come on, man. It's a song called My Boo. She already supposed to have a boo at home. She married now. But y'all the same one who say that. And let me tell you something, brothers. Stop listening to what women say about these things. Because women will say, y'all just jealous because Russ got Sierra and blah. Man, ain't nobody jealous of no dude who letting his marriage sink his career. None of us is jealous of that. No man in the alpha sphere, no man in the kingdom of Ray, no man who has any wits about himself is jealous of Russell Wilson as we see him losing his career, losing his grip on the one thing that he's been good at his entire life because he's too busy chasing behind his woman. Jealous of what? Jealous of having a woman who twerk in public, who put on lip, jealous of a woman who does this. So we jealous of a woman who does that? Okay. Maybe we're jealous of a woman who does this. With pajama pants on, no drawers. At home, she ain't performing now. And look at this clown. Now, you see I keep putting that clip of Future saying in that song that he still smash on C. You know why I put that? I put that because when you think about the energy that moves a woman, it's not Russell's energy. If I had that energy, I would not nearly have any of the type of success, any of the positive interactions that I have with attractive women, brothers. I'm going to be honest with you. You have to remember that you can't be a fan of your woman. If you treat her like a star, she's going to treat your ass like a fan. And what we have, that's okay if you just the average dude around the corner and you lock in with Sierra. Let's say you're a dude fresh out of pen, man. You've been in pen 10 years, man. You ain't nobody outside waiting on you. You just happen to lock in with Sierra. Boy, that's a come up. Wife her up. This man here, man, is a superstar quarterback. Super Bowl winning quarterback. A quarterback that somebody believed in enough to give $245 million. And he's still down here like being a fan to his brow, man. Listen, I ain't telling you, you can't stop a woman from doing what she want to do. You knew what she was when you married her. But you going to be sitting there participating in it? Ain't no way, man. I'll be sitting there, man, pointing at it, man. She's sitting there, bruh. She don't even look good right there. Her hair ain't done. She look like she just woke up. She got on her pajama pants at home. Come on, bruh. At least have her looking good. At least have her dressed up like she finna do a performance or something. That has nothing to do with being a performer. That's a woman who likes to shake her ass in public. She likes people to see her. She likes attention. She likes validation. She has to get it because that right there, that ain't got nothing to do with performing. I hope like hell she ain't finna go on stage and perform with that on. That has nothing to do with her being an entertainer. That has something to do with her seeking validation. And let me tell you something, brothers. All women need validation. What you want is a woman who's validated by your presence, a woman who's validated by the fact that you made her your woman, a woman that's validated by the fact that you chose her to be in that position in your life. Russell could have had that. Russell had that already. He too busy trying to get the girl that shake, get the girl that bounce her booty all the time instead of having the girl who was down for him from day one. I guarantee you if he had kept the wife he wouldn't be going through this. Okay, she wasn't real up to par. She physically, man, you got $245 million, man. Take her and get her a boob job, butt job, face job, lip implant, get her all that. Get her whatever you need. You just signed a $245 million contract, which they are not. And here's the thing, man. Denver may sign him back, but he gonna have to take a serious pay cut. They're not gonna keep him and pay him that. He ain't worth it because they finna get ready to put him on the bench. Now, let's look at her again. That was her twerking at Wendy's. That was her twerking again in the PJs. Now, let's watch this. Now, you know I said earlier that you let your woman go do her career thing on her own. You gonna let her do it on her own, right? That's what you do. But even when she tried to do that, watch this, man.
Beautiful. Oh my God! What the heck? What are you doing here? What the heck? What the heck? Hi, I love you. Oh my gosh.
Now I want y'all to notice something. I'm gonna point this out, and I don't know if you noticed this. When she jumped up in his arm, and Sierra is a very slim chick. I know she don't weigh much. I know she don't weigh much. She's kind of tall, but she's very, very thin. Like she's a slim chick. That dude almost fell when she jumped up in his arm. Why? Because his ass ain't in the gym like a football player supposed to be. He ain't in there grinding like a football player supposed to be. He ain't strong like a football player supposed to be. He can't maneuver around the field like a football player supposed to. He can't stand up to the guys chasing him down. Man, it don't take nothing to get Russell on the ground no more, man. Russell used to be a very mobile quarterback, man. He used to be a very elusive quarterback. Now, he's not in football. He's in good enough shape, but Russ does not come to, for 2 years in a row, he did not come to the Broncos in the best shape to be playing football. He was in good enough shape, but not in $245 million championship caliber quarterback shape. He wasn't that. He don't take enough time to do. Man, in the offseason, LeBron has a regimen for his body to make sure he stays in shape. He ain't no spring chicken no more. Russ is like 35, man, 35. That he been in the league, man, for a good, I think he came out his sophomore year, maybe his junior year. He been in the league, man, for about 14, 15 years, man. It is time for that guy. It is time for that guy to start taking it seriously and understand that he ain't no spring chicken young athlete no more, man. But let's keep looking at this.
What the heck? Babe. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's so fun. Look, I not even coming. What the heck? I know, I'm taking on my gloss off.
Look at the kiss curve. Look at the kiss curve. Now I know, see, if you listen to a woman, she'll say, well, he was messing up her lip gloss. Man, let me tell you something. But I roll up on my woman at work. She can have on whatever she want to have on. If I roll up in her office, man, and she looking like she gonna look, she probably finna get bent over the desk. She ain't worrying about her lip gloss. She see me, her lip gloss ain't what she worrying about. She see me, man, she like, when she see me, she's aroused. Just like when I see her, I'm aroused. She ain't worrying about her lip gloss. She'll apply some more lip gloss. Hey, cut that camera off. We finna go around this corner right here. He doesn't have that effect on her. She doesn't like him like that. So for her to be leaning back, worrying about her lip gloss, the man just showed up and brought you flowers. Okay, y'all didn't see it. Let's watch it again. I don't want y'all to think I'm just making it up.
What the heck?
Now, look at that kiss curve. Look how she moved back on that kiss curve, man. She moved back. Now, keep watching. He going to keep trying to kiss her. And you know a woman will say, he keep trying to kiss her. Well, that's his broad. He just showed up buying the flowers. He willing to buy her a $25 million house. Goddamn, he can't kiss her? I'm going to kiss her as many times as I want to. I'm already taking care of your kid with another man. I'm going to kiss you as much as I want to. I don't care nothing about your lip gloss. You shouldn't either. I'm the money man. You ain't going to get no other man like me.
I know, I'm taking on my gloss off. You look so handsome. Thank you. Oh.
Look, now that's a full kiss curve. Hold up. That's a full kiss curve right there. Watch this full kiss curve. Watch this. Oh, man, listen. Boy, she moved all the way back that time. He couldn't even get on the face, man. He kissed on the collarbone. She moved back so far. But why is she moving? Because he keep trying to kiss her? Well, man, boy, let me tell you something, brothers. I want y'all to understand. This is what we're dealing with in this society. The average woman believes that she deserves everything you have, and you only deserve what she's willing to give. Like in exchange for everything you have, you only get what she's willing to give. A woman will expect you to pay everything for her, and all she gives you in return is intimacy. And I'm not talking about all the time, every day available intimacy. I'm talking about intimacy that's available sometime. But you're supposed to be just an ATM. This is the type. Russell Wilson has a sugar daddy, sugar baby relationship. The only problem is Sierra ain't no sugar baby. Sierra, a sugar lady. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no sugar baby right there. But you got to understand, brother. I want y'all to understand. You don't have to have this go on. This man is worth millions of dollars. Why is he dealing with this? You can be worth thousands of dollars and you ain't got to deal with this. You deserve a woman who likes you at the very least. A woman who's aroused by your presence. A woman who can't resist you. Man, bro, I ain't never had a woman that would resist me, that could resist me. It was always on whatever I wanted it to be on, man. I'm talking about, listen, and I'm talking about a woman that I ain't take care of, that didn't live in my house, I ain't buy no $25 million house for. I ain't take care of her kid by another man or none of that. But man, I'm talking about at the restaurant. I can be at a restaurant and we sitting on the same side of that booth, man, and thing get a little frisky, man, before you know it, man, we in the bathroom. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, that sound a little risque, but it's off the chain. That's the type of relationship you're supposed to have with a woman, man. When you a man that done put yourself in a position, man, where you getting money, let me tell you something, bro. The most women have never met a man who even makes 75,000. So if you make 100,000, 150,000, 200,000, 250,000, 300,000, anything more than that, you ain't even got to be a millionaire. The average woman you meet ain't never met a man who make the kind of money you make, who live the kind of life you live. So you at the very least, just for giving a woman access to a man who lives that kind of life, you deserve to have a woman who at the very least finds you irresistible. One reason why.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe
And it's because this woman chooses a man like Future. And that's who she's still caught up on. And that's why things like this happen.
The best ever.
Believe me.
I got a lot of sides.
And I still smash on C.
And I know, listen, for everybody who's saying, man, Future just talking, he ain't still smashing on her. Man, that's defamation of character. He out here saying that woman cheating on her husband with him. Ain't no lawsuit came. No denial ain't even came. I ain't heard Sierra say one time, that ain't true. I ain't heard Russell say, why you talking about my wife like that? Why? Because they can't. Because I guarantee you, a grimy dude like Future, he got receipts. So when he say, and I still smash on C, man, I heard people saying everything. Man, he talking about he still be smashing on Crip. Nah, he ain't talking about that. This is the smashing sign. This is the universal sign for smashing. Hunching. That's the universal sign, bro. We've been doing it since we were little. Since we were younger, rather. So I'm telling you, man, like, you got to understand that everything that we're saying, they try to act like it's far-fetched. It's not. The evidence is there. All of these pieces of evidence, they coincide. They go hand in hand to prove the point that the man got stuck on a woman that he thought that he wanted just because he liked the way she moved. And what does a woman do when you desire her like that? She makes you play by her rules. So the whole thing in the beginning, well, Russell, he just wanted to wait, until we got married and blah, blah, blah. Man, they could say that shit right there. That woman said, you really want me? In order to have me, you got to put a ring on it. Because she was already, upset because, Future didn't go through with the engagement, or he was out there still wilding and she didn't want to go through with the engagement. Whoever didn't want to go through with the engagement, that was a failed engagement that she expected, she wanted to end in a marriage. So she brought that kid and that trauma to Russ, and Russ was like, I want you so bad, I'll wait. It don't matter. I'll marry you. So, man, you know how a woman would tease you, man. If you're a sucker, man, a woman to put the tease on you, man, and do all that right there, man, before you know it, man, you got to have her. You'll do anything. Let me buy you a dress. That dress ain't good enough, huh? Here go this ring. Before you know it, dun, 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 you walking down the aisle, man. So next we're going to look at, man, this guy. This is him on Ellen, begging her to have more babies. Begging her to have more babies. Let me get you a couple super chats, man, before we get that up. Got a couple up here, man. Just a couple. Appreciate y'all being in the joint, man. Appreciate y'all being in the joint. Appreciate the patience. Markel, appreciate the 2-bone, man. I can go back and watch King Ray Ray show tomorrow. Yeah, you can, man. We'll be back on tomorrow, too. WG, they could downsize and get a $2 million crib. They can, man. But he got to sell that one first. Jabril, appreciate the 5-bone. And then Sierra can afford her own $2 million crib. She ain't going to move no $2 million crib with that dude. Hey, appreciate you, man. I'm glad you made it, bro. I'm glad you made it to this one. Jamal, appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. I see Vic. Join the family. Jamal, appreciate you joining the family, man. Oliver III, appreciate the 5 bone. Might need to start the clock on that Sierra OnlyFans popping up, especially now that the bread ain't long. Yeah, man. Yeah, because he won't get another contract like that, man. Somebody gonna have to pay him. Somebody had to pay him some of that contract, but he won't get another one like that. Donnell Phillips, appreciate the dime, bro. Appreciate it. All right, so let's get back into this thing, man. So now we're gonna look at him begging for babies on Ellen, man.
This makes me really nervous.
I do.
So, yes, you do. For some reason, I don't know. I mean, I kind of know why, but I don't know. I always feel so vulnerable when I'm with you in this setting, but...
Well, I do know everything about you.
And I still smash on C.
And second of all, I want to make you more nervous right now. You guys want me to make her more nervous?
No, we don't. No, why?
Well, I have a question for you.
What?
Serious question.
No, what is going on?
Can we have more babies? I mean, it would be perfect. Just give me one more at least, you know what I mean? Is that a yes?
We definitely can. We got a little time before we get there.
Oh, come on. All right.
So silly. I was like, what? I mean, we already been there before, you know what I'm saying?
And I still smash on C. And I still smash on C.
Now, I want y'all to understand, man, that just the energy of that's just not dominant energy, man. And I'm just gonna be honest with you. If you don't have dominant energy with your woman, man, then she gonna treat you like a sucker. Like you either have dominant energy to her or you're a sucker to her. That's just how it is. There's no other way. Like people talk about, well, you know, nobody don't have to be dominant in a relationship. Yes, every relationship, somebody has to be dominant, man. Like somebody has to be the leader of a situation. Somebody has to be the leader of a relationship. Somebody has to be the voice of reason. Somebody has to be the one who makes the decisions. Like somebody has to be that. And when you're not that, then a woman views you as such. She views you as a guy who, like, you're just a friendly guy. Yes, every woman wants the fantasy of the romance novel life to be the wife of the man who, he's got all the money, he's willing to spend, he'll give you a life that you can't afford yourself. But when it all boils down, that's not the man she wants to break her back. That's not the man. So any woman who is with a man, who is married to a man that she does not desire, that she will move out of the way when he try to kiss her 2 times, that woman desires someone else. So when she has an itch that needs to be scratched, she finds that man that she likes. So when Future says, I still smash on C, I believe him 100%. I believe him 100%. Because the bottom line is, y'all act like y'all don't know how crafty a woman can be. Y'all act like y'all don't know how a woman can be with one man and then be with another man and then get pregnant by the one man that's on the outside and then tell the man on the inside it's his baby. Y'all act like y'all don't know that. Y'all act like y'all ain't never heard nothing like that. Y'all act like y'all ain't never seen a situation where, like when you was a kid or even when you was adult, that you ain't see a man leave home and see another man come to his house every day when he left. Or you ain't see a truck driver go on the road, then another man come to his house, stay there for 2 or 3 days. Like y'all ain't never seen that like that. Like you don't know nobody in your family where the woman was sleeping with this man and sleeping with that man. Or like we don't know Margie Harvey was with one man and then end up being with that man relative. Like we don't know these things, man. Like what are we talking about? Like we know these things. I done seen a woman, you mean tell me your real life, you ain't never known a woman who done dealt with 2 people, who done been with one man and then got with his friend, or been with one man and then got with his brother, or been with one man then got with his cousin, or been with one man then got with his daddy, or been with one man then got with his uncle, or been with one man then got with his ops. Let's stop acting like what's so special about Sierra that we can't believe these things happen. Like, look at she's been with 50. She's been with Future. That's enough. If you look at 50, you look at Future, you look at Bow, you look at you look at Amari Stoudemire, you look at all of these guys are different from what Russell is. If her history is filled with guys who are different from you, you are not her preference. I want y'all to understand that. Stop believing that a woman's preference changes. It doesn't. Eventually she gets to the point where she settles, because you have the right combination of mostly resources or influence. Believe me when I tell you that, man. I ain't making this up. So now we're going to look at them fleeing Drake's party because Future's in there, and they getting the hell out of Dodge. They getting the hell out of Dodge, man. Peep game.
This is really my brother right here. And this is my favorite person to perform this. You gotta turn up, bro. You just turn up, man. I'm about to get a drink. This is a good crowd right here to do this shit, man. I'm ready. Whatever here and I still smash on seat.
Now, when you look at this, man, you got to understand that here's a situation, man, you know good and well, Russell is not the type of guy that goes to a Drake event like that. A Drake and Future event, a Drake birthday party with Future there. Come on, man. You look at Russ. Look at Russ's first wife. Russ is not this kind of guy. He went to school in Wisconsin, man. Russ is a nice guy. He's a guy who's probably he's not gonna be there. He's probably gonna be at Lollapalooza, man. He's probably gonna go out to, the Coachella, man. He's probably gonna be out there. He's not a guy that's gonna go to a function like this. Why the hell did Sierra want to go? Out of all the places to go that night, you gonna take your husband to an event with your ex there? Help me understand it. Help me understand it. She done drugged this dude to an event with her ex there. With his partner. No, he gonna be on stage. Man, they got out of Dodge. Why? They had to get out of Dodge because you know what? Those rap guys, they travel deep. You understand? When they go into like a party or something, they travel deep. If I was going to a party or something, I'd travel deep. You know what I'm saying? Especially, if it was going to be on the turf somewhere, yeah, man, I'd probably slide through. You might see me slide through, man, about 8 to 10 people. You know what I'm saying? 8 to 10 people that's on go. That you might just see that. And I rarely go to those places, but if I did, you see me slide through 8 to 10 people on go. And I just look at it and I say, that's not the type of environment that Russell is normally in. But Sierra has always been in those types of environments. You understand? She's always been in those types of environments. Like Sierra's from the turf, man. Sierra ain't this good, wholesome girl from the suburbs. She from the turf, man. What are we talking about? She might not be the most ghetto chick around, but Sierra a hood chick, man. Let's not act like we don't know what that means. So, and then when you see him sliding out, you know what fixed in crypto? Him leaving like that make him look weak, but him even being there makes him look even weaker. Now, this was around the time when Future was threatening to do something to him. Future gave that boy some threats, man, I'll take you out. He was giving them type of threats. And this is around the same time. Come on, bruh. That man didn't know nothing about that, man. He ain't know how to play that game right there. So, now I want y'all to think about this. You see, Future still saying still smash on C. There's another song he put out where he said, I got it on the field, F. Russell. To that, this is Russell's response. And I'm going to tell you the real reason that Russ is going through what he's going through. He disrespecting that man about his own son. He's taking that woman's word and he's stepping in and trying to take over fatherhood responsibility for that man's son. Let me tell y'all something. Man, God don't shine on that. It's wrong to do that. No other animal species does that because it's not meant for the male of any species to try to overtake the parenting responsibility, the fatherhood responsibility of another male. This is what that woman has done. But let me tell you something. If you are willing to be that man who a woman pushes in that position, she will use you against the father of her child and then still go smash him, but use you as a buffer between them to make sure she don't fall for him. Man, Russell just a dude, boy. He just in a position, man, to make sure that woman don't get caught up with Future no more. But I can guarantee you, if Future hit up Sierra and said, listen, babe, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I've been doing some soul searching and I got everything I want. And I look around at my crib and I look at my cars and I look at what I got going on. And I was like, you know what? I need my baby girl back. So, you're gonna have to come home to daddy. You're gonna have to come home to dad. If he can make her believe that he's serious, man, she'll leave that nigga Russell in a minute. I promise you, bro. I can almost guarantee you, I would bet money. Am I 100% sure? No, I ain't 100% sure about nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I would bet money. I would bet money if Future sat her down and convinced her he was serious about being a family with her, man, she'll leave. Jabril Saeed, appreciate the 5 bones. She didn't even do Bow Wow like that. Nah, man, she didn't even do Bow like that. King Bolo, appreciate the 5 bones, man. If you have to beg your woman, let alone your wife, to have babies, you're a pure fool. A pure fool, man. Like, listen, and a lot of time people say, well, he was just playing. It was a joke. Dog, I'm not even finna play like that. I'm not finna play like that. Yeah, you know what? SJ said it's the same thing as, if you want to know what that energy is, it's the same energy Corinne Steffens has for Lil Wayne. She said no matter who she be with, Wayne's still gonna be able to get it. You just gonna have to accept that. And that's what it is. That's how it is with Future and Sierra. Like if when the Future Future he out there, he out there living his life. So that boy, he stayed knocking some up. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, man, that boy hitting everything that move, and he ain't strapping up at all. So he just ain't really a laid back guy like that. Wayne, on the other hand, Wayne seemed like a pretty laid back guy. You don't really hear about Wayne running around, man, knocking up a whole bunch of chicks, man. And Wayne, you can see Wayne, he kind of has variety. And Wayne really be trying to he be in relationship with chicks. Now, of course, I'm sure he knock them down, but Wayne will show out. He would show up and be in a situation with a chick. So, but if Future had a slower life and he wasn't really out there wilding like that, man, I guarantee you, man, that girl will be falling through a whole lot more often on him. You know what I'm saying? Now, I will say this. I think Future wrong for saying, man, for letting the world know he's still smashing the girl, man, because for me, it's obvious. I truly believe that with the right circumstances, I believe that any man, if you got a child with a woman and that woman will really own you, if that woman really was emotionally attached to you, she going to always be emotionally attached to you. You know what I'm saying? Now, depending on how bad you dogged her out, you may have to, the situation may have to be perfect. But I do believe that anytime you have a child with a woman, man, that's the type of bond that it's a strong bond. It lasts forever. So any subsequent man who she gets with, he's got to accept the fact that a part of her belongs to you. And so even if you did her dirty, you can press the issue. If you press the issue, man, and do it the right way, man, you can still get with it. She might not leave the dude for you, but you can still smash if you want to. Like, I wouldn't understand why you would want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me tell you something, man. Once a woman go on to be with another man, I ain't never smashing her no more, dog. It ain't in me to do. I ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to smash her. You know what I'm saying? And even if I did smash her, it would never be a thing where we would get back together. Like, she could never go be with another man, then leave that man to come back and be with me. I ain't playing that game right there. So I want y'all to look at this. This is Russell's response to Future saying, I get it on the field, F. Russell. He posted this and he said daddy duties. He posted daddy duty up under it. I want y'all to watch this, man.
Or I could do both.
What, basketball and football?
Basketball and football.
All right.
And baseball.
All right, all three, huh?
All three.
First three
And that's
sports.
Lil Future.
Player, football, basketball, and baseball.
Football, basketball.
And the pros. All right. We'll go with that.
1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. Good. There you go. Good.
Now, that was Lil Future. He posted this right after the song came out where Future said, I get it on the field. I got it out the field, F. Russell. He posted this with the man's son and said, daddy duty. Here's the thing that these fools don't understand. You will never be that kid's dad. You will never be it. If the dad is not deceased and you didn't adopt the kid, you will never be that kid's dad. And even if you do adopt the kid, you're just that dude, just that kid's dad legally. But in that kid's spirit, you will never be that kid's dad. So to call this shit a flex just goes to show how twisted this guy's mind is. This guy's mind is twisted. Okay, well, I'm going to flex on you with your son. And now you ain't got no job. And you're trying to sell a $25 million house that ain't nobody going to buy because nobody bought it before you bought it. It's a $25 million house with 4 bedrooms and 12 bathrooms. Who the hell needs 12 bathrooms and they only got 4 bedrooms? That means that you got a bunch of bathrooms with no bedroom attached. What are we talking about? Who does that? Bathrooms where? Why do you need all those bathrooms? That's a house that's made for a single person, man, that have people over and don't do nothing but party. That's a party crib. You didn't let that broad convince you to buy a party crib for $25 million. Now you stuck with it. And then now you 25 million down. Now you out of a job. And you got the audacity to tell this man, the boo-boo. That's why I got your son out here playing football with me. This is my son now. Let me tell you something, brothers. Don't let a woman turn you into what she wants you to be, because all a woman wants you to be is a sucker for her. If you give her full reign and full control over you, 100% of the time, she's going to make you the opposite of what you would make yourself. Like, no woman is going to guide you. If you give her control of you and leadership, she's not going to guide you into being the best version of yourself. She's going to guide you into being the most convenient version of yourself for her. And it's no fault. It's not wrong. That's what she's supposed to do. That's why you don't give a woman control. You give a woman control, she's just going to be a woman. She's going to do what a woman does. What a woman does, you give her control, she controls it in a way where she can benefit from the control. That's just what she's going to do. That's how she's wired. It's not bad. It's not good. It's just true, homies. Why you think a P don't let the working girl keep none of the money? It's too much control for her. You give her control like that, before you know it, she's giving the money to somebody else. Why? Because you gave her too much control. And she really don't want control. She wants the benefit of control. That's why, man, you have to make sure you have a woman that's worthy, so you can control the situation in a way that benefits her. You understand what I'm saying? It shouldn't be a situation. So I'm going to be honest with you. I tell you guys all the time, you could do what you want to do out here playing around. But if you want a wife, you better find you a virgin. If you got to go to another country or wherever, I'm not telling you to go trick off in none of these countries, going down in the gutter, in the slum, getting these girls that be robbing these boys over there. I'm talking about, man, go somewhere where you got to meet a family and pay a dowry. In this world, if you want a virgin, you got to go to a family and pay a dowry for her. DOWRY. You got to pay a dowry for her. It may be cows, it may be horses, it may be chickens, it may be whatever. You can convert it to cash. That's the only way you're going to get a woman who's worthy of being a wife. But even with her, you still got to apply pimp principles, because she's still a woman. You have to run your life the way you've been running it. And you can't let a woman come in it and convince you that you should be running it some other way all of a sudden. Now, all of a sudden now, you're supposed to be running your life some other kind of way. The way you've been running it ain't good enough. You got to run it the way that she wants you to run it now. You got to run it the way that's beneficial to her now. It don't make sense, brothers. And I'm telling you, man, and I'm going to tell y'all like this, man. Russell deserves what he's getting. You understand? Because only a dominant man who leads as a birthright. It's your birthright to lead your household. It's your birthright to lead your woman. It's your birthright to lead your children. It's your birthright to be the dominant force in your household. That's your birthright. And if you don't understand that, you're going to end up in a situation like Russell Wilson, where some dude walk around talking about, oh, see your wife? Well, let me tell you something. But I still smash on C. I want y'all to keep this in mind, man, and always remember that. So I tell y'all like this, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all long. I just want to come in here and touch on this, man. I wasn't gonna be in here all night. I could have made this all-nighter, but I really didn't want to. I just want to come in here and make it short, sweet, and complete. So we're gonna get ready to slide on out of here, man. I appreciate it. Here's what I want y'all to do, man. Mod Squad, SJ3, my brother. Appreciate you being in the joint, man, as usual, man. All the brothers who donated, man, I appreciate it. Everybody who watching, I appreciate it. Everybody who's sitting, everybody who's here. If you're not a member of the GLG, I still appreciate you watching, man. Appreciate you staying here with me. So let's get ready to slide on out of here, man. But we're gonna slide on out here to something nice, man. Let me jump off something nice for y'all, man. We'll slide off to this, man. Maybe throw a verse of it in there, man. So, but here's what I want y'all to understand: when you're dealing with a woman, you got to remember this. If she's not wifey material, then this is the only way you can deal with her. Peace.